Well, we finally sold one. Holy cow, what a dry spell. And I'll tell you what bank we used and how the financing actually worked on that entire deal in just a minute. But it has been a crazy, crazy time period. May, we only sold 11 cars, which sounds good, right? But the reality is that we sold 10 of those in the first 12 days of the month. So from it was I think the 13th of May all the way through June, what's today, June 23rd or June 22nd as of yesterday. So from the 13th of May to June 22nd, we've only sold 5 cars. That is horrific for us. We could say, I think the worst month we've ever had in 5 years was 7 cars total. So might not be the worst month yet because we're at 5, I think, so we're at 5 in June, one that we sold that on May 20th. So realistically, we're at 6 cars in 6 weeks. That's way bad for us. Way, way, way bad for us. Way underperforming there. So we'll see. Hopefully, we get a handful more sales before the end of June, and we don't tie our old record, or hopefully our old bad record of 7, which is awful. That being said, let me get into the financing actually on the deal, right? So this is one of those other lenders I was talking to you guys about in a previous video, and basically the way this deal works out is they front us half of whatever the loan balance is. This is what I was talking about, where if you buy a car for a certain dollar amount, you can't really replace it if the customer's not paying you the full amount that you bought the car for, right? So let me give you the real example of what happened with this car. Okay, so I bought this car for $6,000. Okay, I sold it for $9,000. Sounds like a good deal, right? 50% return. Well, not entirely, right? So now on top of the 9, you've got your sales tax of 7%, so $630, and then you've got $400 for a new tag, right? Total cost of the vehicle, now 1,000 of that's not mine, but it's 10 grand, right? A customer put $2,500 down, so that puts her amount at $7,500. Now I'm at $6,000 in the car. Her remaining balance to pay, is $7,500. So her remaining balance is $7,500. The company that I use, the lender, gives me half of that, right? So I send that off to them. They hold title. I keep the lien, and they give me 50% of the balance of the receivable, basically, on the account. So 50% of that's $3,750 plus the $2,500 she gave me is $6,200. Now I'm up $200. Woo! Now we're making money. No, we're still in the hole because I'm still on the hook to pay the $400 in taxes and the $630 to the in sales tax to the state. So of my $6,000 cost of the vehicle, I add on another $1,000. Technically, I'm at $7,000 in total cost, and I've only received $6,200. So $6,200, I'm going to be in the hole for $800 on this car. Not bad for a $6,000 car, right? When somebody likes to put $2,500 down and you can kind of get that close in a deal, is why we went with this lender. Now, the other reason we went with this lender is the customers get to build their credit with this lender. So it actually helps them. They report to the credit bureau. They build their credit with it. So it's actually a really good deal for the customer. On top of that, the company handles all transactions with this customer. So they talk to the customer, they deal with the customer, and then they give us 50% of the payments that come through. So of the $7,500 in payments that remain, I'll receive the other 50%. So another $3,750 over the course of however long the loan term was. They wanted $300 payments, so it'd be like $150 a month that I would receive from that. So that looking at that, going, okay, $150 a month, I'm $800 in the hole. It's gonna take 6 months almost for me to finally become profitable on this deal, in total. Right, so that's kind of the way that you would do it. 150 times 5, and that would get you whole on the deal, and that would be finally where I would actually break even, right, or be in the plus range. I should have read 600, 750. No, it'd be month six. Month six payment would be where I would actually be positive on this car. So customer drives off in the car, blows it up in 3 months. That's possible. I've seen stranger things happen, right? So if that occurs, I go get the car back, right? If they're not going to pay for it, because the most 99% of the time they ain't going to pay for nothing on the car, not even an oil change. And in addition to that, I owe the money back to the lender, the 50%. So that's a problem, right? So that's a risk. That's a risk that I'm currently taking, right? So the risk that I currently take is it's a numbers game. And in a situation like this, where, they advanced me $37.50, the customer's made, let's say 2 payments, 150 comes, $300 that comes off of that, $300 comes off I get $300 and they get $300 off of what I owe them. So I only owe them now, let's say $3,300. Customer blows up the car, I have to pay them back the $3,300. So it is risky, but it's a risk that I'm willing to take to play kind of a numbers game here, where I figure this is only going to happen on 60% of the cars. So if I sell 10 cars, I'll likely have 2 customers blow some up and 2 customers get repossessed. But yeah, that's that. And I'm gonna get off now. My kids are running down here trying to jump on me, so I'm gonna go, guys. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the insight. Appreciate it. Bye.